Ladies and gentlemen, as promised, we are right back with more action here tonight, live in Berlin, Germany, as we prepare for an all-out war, but also an all-out classic between Will Ospreay and Kenny Omega regarding the United States Championship. No disqualifications, no rope breaks, no cheap victories for Kenny Omega, no cheap ways out of this match. You are going to have to pin Will Ospreay's shoulders down to the mat in the cleanest form possible in order for you to remain United States champion tonight, Kenny. Back at SummerSlam, Kenny Omega got Ospreay on a schoolboy roll-up, and a reversal of what Ospreay already had a roll-up on Kenny Omega, but Omega was able to reverse out of that and basically outsmarted Ospreay on that night. But of course, that wasn't decisive enough for Will Ospreay. Ospreay immediately went to the higher-ups and demanded a rematch, and it was granted to him, although over the last few weeks, we've been seeing exactly how Kenny Omega feels about, having to defend this United States Championship once again against one of the best professional wrestlers in the world today, that being Will Ospreay. Omega targeting the recently debuted Dragon Lee after Will Ospreay gave Dragon Lee his first match in WWE, and it was an absolute banger. If you guys didn't watch that episode, it's about like 3 weeks old by now, but you'll have to go back and check that out for sure. Anyways, after that match, Kenny Omega attacked Dragon Lee behind Ospreay's back, only for Ospreay to realize, what was going on in the ring, try and save, a man that he used to wrestle all over the world, that being Dragon Lee. But, like I said, that clearly tells you exactly how Kenny Omega feels about having to defend his United States Championship once again against Will Ospreay. And not only that, this time there are no disqualifications involved. Any weapon is legal. Any hold is legal. And believe me, Kenny Omega is going to look to be using that to his advantage here tonight. So make sure he walks out of this arena with that very championship still wrapped around his waist. We are getting ready for one hell of a match, folks. It's already been an incredible night here at Bash in Berlin. We just witnessed perhaps tag team match of the year, maybe even match of the year on our last episode between the Lucha Brothers, Rey Fenix and Pentagon Jr. against the Motor City Machine Guns. Congratulations to the Motor City Machine Guns on retaining the World Tag Team Championships. And of course, congratulations to main event Jey Uso, the main Uso, getting the job done to start our show, to start part one against Chad Gable for the Intercontinental Championship. Two tremendous matches, two bangers to open our show here in Berlin. And we are getting ready for a lot more action here tonight. Still to come after this episode, we have two more matches, that being Jade Cargill versus Bianca Belair for the Women's World Championship, a first time ever live here in Berlin, Germany. And of course, we wouldn't have a German pay-per-view. We wouldn't have a Germany pay-per-view without somebody that's pretty much native to Germany main eventing the show, that being the longest reigning World Heavyweight Champion of the modern era, the Ring General Gunther, taking on Mr. Money in the Bank Ilya Dragunov. That's still to come. But of course, after this match, on part two of this episode of Bash in Berlin, coming up next, folks, Drew McIntyre, Cody Rhodes. Look at this. Will Ospreay with a huge Dragon Run. I'm trying to get this out of my head before, these guys keep going at it. But Rhodes and Drew McIntyre for the WWE Championship. But I'm going to have to focus now. Because Will Ospreay is on a different level. He's Perk Ospreay here tonight, folks. Perk Ospreay is in the building, and Perk Ospreay wants a piece of Kenny Omega after all the weeks of attacks from Kenny to Will Ospreay. Ospreay finally getting some revenge here tonight in the form of a kendo stick. And now the aerial assassin goes to work on the United States champion, but Kenny Omega dumps Will Ospreay over into the crowd. And whoever paid front row seats got a little bit more than what they bargained for. Is, my goodness, a Northern Lights suplex out on the floor. Everything hurts 5 times more out there. Now Ospreay, a kick to the midsection of Kenny Omega. These two are going to fight all across the arena if they have to. Throwback to Cody and Drew McIntyre this past week on Monday Night Raw, fighting all over the arena to open our last go-home episode of Monday Night Raw to Bash in Berlin. Now look at this. Will Ospreay spinning Omega around. And I think the back of his head hit the chair. Beautiful. Beautiful work there from Will Ospreay. Hitting the Stun Dog Millionaire on Kenny Omega. And man, like I said, these guys can fight all night long if they have to. The only thing that's on the line right now is the United States Championship. Oh my God, Ospreay just spiked Omega with a poison rana. And I just had to reiterate the fact that everything hurts 5 times worse on that solid concrete. There is no protection out there except for the barricade that's keeping the superstars away from the fans, really. But other than that, I mean, it's all free game. Oh, man, Ospreay just missed a huge moonsault. Huge missed opportunity there for the moonsault. Now look at this. Kenny Omega. Oh, my God, a spinning power bomb. These two are going to absolutely destroy each other. I don't even know if either man are going to be able to defend the United States Championship after this match. And now look at this. Ospreay trying to get back into this one, but Omega drops him with a huge lariat. And now Omega about to send Ospreay for a ride once more, but Ospreay gets out of harm's way that time. And now beautiful, once again, gets him with the Stun Dog Millionaire. You don't oftenly see it once in Ospreay matches, let alone twice. And now Ospreay, what's he got planned here? Just gonna throw that chair right at the head of Kenny Omega. Complete disregard for Omega's health or well-being. And of course, because these two have grown to a bitter hatred here in WWE. Of course, they had rivalries all across the world before even coming to this brand, to the WWE universe, to the WWE brand in general. Of course, these guys battled all over the world, Japan, the UK, you name it, it probably happened there. But something about being here where the lights are the brightest here in WWE, it just elevates you. Not to steal a pun out of Will Ospreay's entrance music, but it elevates your game. It elevates your want to succeed just that much more. As now Ospreay leaving Omega high and dry, out for death apparently. As now Ospreay just threw those steals. Oh, no, Ospreay's coming back around. Look at this. Oh, a kick right to the face. Just bounced right off Omega. No diddy. But now look at this. Ospreay. Oh, my goodness. What a huge twisting DDT cutter combination, whatever you want to call it. Maybe even some form variation of the Crossroads. And now Ospreay. Wait a minute. Oh, he gets met by a V trigger out of nowhere. That's how quick Kenny Omega could turn this match around. Right on his head. Pinpoint accuracy, knee to the chin. Ospreay's down and out now, and Omega goes to work on one of those arms. Going to be very hard to hit a hidden blade or even an Oz cutter with one arm. And now Omega decides to go for the leg. Going to be hard to hit any springboard offense in general with one leg. And believe me, Kenny Omega knows that, and he is just bashing that knee out on the concrete floor. Man, we might want to get somebody between these guys, but nobody's going to come out. Like I said, this is no holds barred. Oh, my goodness. Ospreay just rammed Kenny Omega directly into that barricade. And now, wait a minute, Ospreay with bad intentions was going for a powerbomb, perhaps right on the top of that barricade. Luckily, Kenny Omega found a way out. And now, wait a minute, Ospreay once again coming off. And look at the innovative offense from the aerial assassin, Will Ospreay. And now, wait a minute, grabs both arms. Kamigoye knee strike. Lands flush on Kenny Omega. Ospreay's not done there just yet. Just throws Omega once more on that barricade. And now, wait a minute, rolls through into a super kick. This guy is absolutely insane, man. Will Ospreay is just a different breed when it comes to professional wrestling. And now look at this, just toying with Kenny Omega at this point. Omega pretty fed up as it is, but Ospreay could give a damn. And now Ospreay sending him right back near that barricade. And oh man, he really has bad intentions with that barricade. What the hell is Ospreay planning to do with that barricade? Powerbomb through the barricade! A powerbomb through the opposing side of the barricade. Have you ever seen it? Have you ever seen anything like it? Ospreay just tore this arena in half. And now, wait a minute, kendo stick shot right to the face once more. That one actually showing a little color this time on Kenny. And man, Omega's gotta be pissed. He just got his body rammed through the barricade, courtesy of Will Ospreay delivering a vicious powerbomb. And now he's busted from ear to ear, also courtesy of Will Ospreay. Is now here comes Kenny Omega back in this one. This is absolutely brutal, folks. I mean, I should have throughout the disclaimer before this match even began. It might have been for the faint, not for the faint at heart. Good old JR's phrase I'll have to steal, because it certainly isn't. I mean, we got Kenny Omega wearing the proverbial crimson mask out here. We got barricades being broken down. At the same time, we got barriers being broken down by Will Ospreay. I mean, he just continues to, raise the tension, raise the excitement in this match that much more. Now look at this, Ospreay off the, oh my goodness gracious. Ospreay goes off the apron. I'll get it out eventually. Off the apron with a Hurricane Rana. And I mean, you could call me crazy, but I would say this has been 70-30 in courtesy of Ospreay. As Ospreay takes a bow now. Kenny Omega completely thrown beside himself right now. He needs to get it back in the game if he even wants a split second of a chance of retaining that United States Championship. As now Ospreay grabs a steel chair right to the knee. A little bit of payback from earlier when Kenny Omega was targeting Ospreay's knee. Let's see how Kenny likes it. He's not going to hit no V triggers with one knee. And now a drop kick right to the face. Man, Ospreay has been relentless. This is almost a complete 180 from the last match that these two previously had in Detroit. Of course, Ospreay answering Kenny Omega's open challenge last month at SummerSlam, shocking the world at the same time by revealing he signed a WWE contract. And now, oh man, Kenny Omega, man, we might want to get some medical assistance for Omega. He's not looking too hot out there right now. I just caught a glimpse of his face. These guys are right in front of us right now. And now look at this, Ospreay once again displaying a great combination of maneuvers there. As now Ospreay goes top rope. What in the blue hell does Ospreay think he's doing on that top rope? Don't worry, he knows what he's doing on that top rope. Oh, a double axe handle right to the back. I was going to say, if anybody's more comfortable on the top rope, it's definitely Will Ospreay. You'd be hard-pressed to find anybody else who is as comfortable on the top rope. He calls that a second home. They don't call him the aerial assassin just because it looks good on a T-shirt. And now look at this. Kenny Omega trying to come back into this one. As I said, Ospreay has been relentless in his assault and his pursuit for the United States Championship tonight. And now here comes Omega, about to get his lick back as he just dropped Ospreay. I was going to say Omega. These guys have O's in their names. And now, wait a minute. No. This is going too far. This is going too far, Omega. Oh, my goodness. A Tiger Driver on the floor. Look, I said it might be 70-30 for Ospreay, but a Tiger Driver on the floor, I mean, you could get him back in the ring right now. And I'd call ball game. And he just hit a spinning powerbomb, too, as an exclamation point to add to that. 3 absolutely devastating moves to the outside, and now he's got a shovel. He's got a shovel. He's looking to bury the career of Will Ospreay, the WWE career of Will Ospreay before it even begins. And now Ospreay coming back in. Huge knee right to the face once more. Man, Ospreay completely beside himself after getting whacked with that shovel. I would be too. I mean, it certainly could not feel nice. He's grabbing that knee that that Omega just targeted earlier. I told you they both have O's in their names, man. I'm trying to call it how I see it. Omega now just trying to take a breather. I mean, look, Ospreay's the man down right now, but Omega's been getting the crap beaten out of him in this match as well. Ospreay is, like I said, relentless in his assault towards Kenny Omega. And now a chop to the chest. Chop to the chest, averting whatever Omega had planned for him. And now another super kick lands flush. Another super kick lands flush right on Omega. And now Omega's placed up on that steel chair. Will Ospreay with a moonsault to the back. Moonsault to the back of Kenny Omega. And now right into that barricade goes Kenny's shoulder. Cannot feel nice. And now what the hell does Will Ospreay have planned with a freaking table? The fans didn't even have to chant, "We want tables." Ospreay's going to give it to him. Super kick right to the face. A super kick that directly to the face of Kenny Omega. And now Will Ospreay seemingly has stunned the champ. Trying to get him on that table is Will Ospreay, and successfully done. Oh, no. You've got to be kidding me. What the hell does Will Ospreay have planned here? No, Will Ospreay, think about your career. Oh, man. I think he might have overshot it. Omega just saw his life flash before his eyes. And now, oh, no, for a second time. Oh, thank goodness. Hurricane Rana reversed. Thankfully, that would have been it. And now, wait a minute. Ospreay just lit the I can't say that on YouTube. Table. You have got to be kidding me. We got a flaming table here in Germany. And it's not looking too good for our champ Omega. And now, wait a minute. Ospreay was trying to do something with that flaming table. Oh, Omega kicks him right back in there. And believe me, Omega's going to try and stay as far away from that flaming table as humanly possible. So would I. I cannot blame the United States champion. And now, wait a minute, went for a swing, but no, he gets an Oz Cutter instead. Ospreay's not done there just yet, though. He knows Kenny Omega. He knows it's going to take more. 630. What the hell? A 630. Puts him. No, I thought that was it. I really thought that was it for a split second here. And now, driving a knee. A knee right to the face of Kenny Omega. Ospreay is on the attack of Kenny Omega. And now right into that turnbuckle goes Kenny. And Ospreay was going for some there, but was averted momentarily. And now Kenny Omega finally back on the attack. He's yet to get his receipt back when it comes to making Ospreay bleed, but I might want to hold my thoughts on that one because Omega just threw him back to the outside. Might have very bad intentions on the mind. Does the cleaner. And now, wait a minute. Oh, an apron power bomb directly on the spine of Will Ospreay. Eat your heart out, Kevin Owens. Apron power bomb, and now just broke a hockey stick over the back of Will Ospreay. This is becoming very hard to watch, folks. I will be honest with you. And I've watched a lot of wrestling in my day, and I've seen a lot of matches that are hard to watch with Kenny Omega. And I mean, you think about his match with Jon Moxley, an exploding barbed wire death match. And speaking of Omega, I think he just ignited the flame of that flaming table. Ospreay's finally back into this one, and Omega better be thanking his lucky stars. He's got somebody watching over him up above because he just ignited. He just basically diffused the situation there. Is what he really did. And now Ospreay said, I don't give a damn whether the flaming table fell or not. I mean, I still got plenty of intentions and bad ones. In that matter of fact, with this table. Oh, Kenny Omega, man, you might not want to look where you're actually at. Is now Ospreay setting up that table in the center of the ring. It's fair game at this point. Hurricane Rana again, a second time. That table does not want to break today. He's working overtime apparently. As now Ospreay getting Kenny Omega. Oh, face first down on the table. That was nasty to watch. And this will be 2 as now Ospreay goes off the ropes. John Woo kick in the corner. Lands flush to Kenny Omega. And now Will Ospreay, for like the 5th time in this match, setting up that table. He does not want to stay up, though. Hurricane Rana now to Will Ospreay. Kenny Omega just biding his time now, but Ospreay right back on track. Pele kick right to the face. A Pele kick right to the face of Kenny Omega. That could do it right then and right here. As now Ospreay. Ospreay trying to get Omega back up on his feet. Sends him in the corner. Man, I don't know, man. What the hell does Ospreay have playing with that table? He sets it up right into Kenny's demise, it looks like. Oh, Kenny luckily able to get out of harm's way there. And now, wait a minute, grabs a hold of Will Ospreay. Oh, through the table. A leg trap patella suplex almost combination. Does not get the job done, though. Ospreay out at 2.5. What a match. What a match we have witnessed for the United States Championship. I mean, you would think that this was for the World Heavyweight Championship, the way these two are going absolutely crazy. They saw the tag match and said, bet, we about to run it straight through the roof. And now, wait a minute, Ospreay. Ospreay grabs a hold of the legs. This is how he almost won at SummerSlam. No, only a count of 2. Only a count of 2 as now Will Ospreay goes to the moon with a moonsault off the top rope. And now Ospreay. Ospreay's going top rope. Ospreay's got bad intentions on the mind. Oh my goodness gracious. A variation of the red arrow off the top rope. Omega again has to get a big kick out this time. And now Ospreay once again targeting that open gash, that open wound of Kenny Omega's. And Ospreay following Omega right down to the floor. And oh man, he couldn't get him through the table earlier. But luckily we got a different variation of the table right here and right there. Ospreay's looking to send Omega through the table. Oh wait, I thought he was going to get on the table with him. Ospreay's got other way worse bad intentions on the mind. Think about your career. Ospreay goes for a moonsault. No! Kenny just got out of harm's way. Ospreay just put himself through the announce table, imploding upon impact. Oh, like I said, there's got to be somebody overwatching Kenny Omega. I mean, we talk about the one-winged angel being his finishing maneuver. This man's got a guardian angel watching over him tonight. And now, wait a minute, goes for an elbow. Somehow, Ospreay is back on his feet. Do not ask me how, because I simply would not have an answer for you. This has been an absolute car crash of a no disqualification match as he just threw a shovel right at the head of Kenny Omega. And almost hit our ring announcers in the process. Mike Rome might want to get the hell out of Dodge. And now Kenny Omega going for a power bomb right on the chairs. A powerbomb right on the chairs. You guys have to end this insanity, man. You guys have to end this insanity. This is just getting very sick to watch at this point. These guys are out to end each other's careers here in Germany. And now Ospreay running down Omega with a jumping clothesline. Ospreay going for another table. You have got to be kidding me. Kenny Omega again. Like I said, he's been having the gods watch over him all night. Gods have been watching all over Kenny Omega all night. He hasn't gone through a single table. He only went through a freaking barricade earlier. Super kick again from Ospreay. Lands flush. And now off the ropes goes Will Ospreay. I think he hit a portion of that barricade. Did Will Ospreay. And now Omega trying to drag Ospreay back in the ring so somebody can end this carnage. This absolute carnage that we are witnessing here in Germany. I feel like only in Germany this amount of violence is legal. I think in the United States somebody would have called this match off by now. As now Will Ospreay measuring his man, and oh, you have got to be kidding me, because Ospreay just lit the table once again, and he said, "Nuh-uh, Kenny, you going through this table tonight." Oh, what the hell does Kenny Omega have in store for him? Ospreay just apparently gave him another match? No, wait a minute. What the hell does Will Ospreay have planned? Oh, he hit a Stormbreaker. I thought he was going to hit a Stormbreaker through the flaming table. Omega better be thanking his lucky stars, but maybe not for long. Ospreay has him up in a powerbomb position. Powerbomb through the flaming table. A powerbomb through the flaming table. Omega's out. Omega is out. And Ospreay is calling for the kill shot. Hidden Blade after a powerbomb through the flaming table. And before that, a freaking Stormbreaker. Well, no, you have got to be kidding me. Kenny Omega is still in this match. There's no way, man. There's absolutely no way. Will Ospreay, now incensed. He has to be absolutely incensed at this point. I mean, what the hell is it going to take to put away the United States champion at this point? Omega trying to follow Ospreay, but Ospreay getting the hell out of dodge. Went for a moonsault. Omega kept his distance, as now Kenny Omega was going for something there, but Ospreay got arm's way, and now Omega drives the elbow right to the face. V-trigger. Another V-trigger connects flush. Another V-trigger connects flush. The referee's hand. You could slide a piece of paper in between him and the mat. Somehow Will Ospreay just kicked out of that V-trigger. Somehow Will Ospreay just kicked out of that V-trigger. And now, wait a minute, Ospreay, a super kick, but did not get all of it. Perhaps got enough of it. Ospreay now, he got all that. A Poison Rana hits flush. Poison Rana hits flush, and now Ospreay going for a little limb work this late in the match. And now Ospreay, wait a minute, Kenny Omega, watch out. Huge frog splash, twisting, inverted frog splash almost. Count of two, Omega gets the shoulder once more. This has been an all-out war, folks. This has been an all-out war. I have no idea what else to call it besides that. What a match to start part two. And we still have a world championship match to go. As now Will Ospreay gets Kenny Omega on the top rope. What's he planning? Your guess is as best as mine. And I guess I just guessed a Spanish fly. A Spanish fly off the top rope. And Ospreay apparently is not done there just yet either, because now he's on the top rope. I guess he thinks better of it, though, as Kenny Omega has endured so much damage in this match. And now, wait a minute, ducks a clothesline attempt from Kenny Omega. Just some last-ditch efforts from the United States champion. Blocks a suplex attempt by Will Ospreay. And now, wait a minute, Ospreay again grabs the legs. Ospreay again grabs the legs. 1, 2, 3. Ospreay just pinned Kenny Omega for the United States Championship in the same way that Kenny Omega beat him just last month in Detroit. Talk about getting your just desserts. What a way to end Kenny Omega's United States Championship reign by pulling the tactics out of his own playbook. Ospreay just pinned Kenny Omega. Was it the cleanest? I mean, technically, yes, but it wasn't the most definitive way to defeat somebody. But at the end of the day, he pulled a Kenny on Kenny. You can't really argue with that. And now Will Ospreay is walking away, your brand new United States champion. Well deserved after an absolute war. All right, folks. I'm going to attempt to switch gears here. I cannot believe what I just witnessed. Cannot believe what I just witnessed between those two men. But I'm going to have to, like I said, switch gears because we got a Another huge match coming up right now with the undisputed WWE Championship on the line between, of course, the brand new WWE Champion Cody Rhodes, a month freshly into his second reign with that title, against a man that has honestly gotten a handful of opportunities just like this with the WWE Championship on the line in this past year's universe mode. That being Drew McIntyre. I mean, you cast your minds back. Saudi Arabia a few months back, before the Money in the Bank, he had an opportunity there at Randy Orton's WWE Championship. He had an opportunity at the Royal Rumble back in January at Randy Orton's WWE Championship. Both times failed. I would argue that match at the Royal Rumble, McIntyre came the closest to defeating Randy Orton out of Orton's entire reign, up until the point until Cody beat him at SummerSlam. So in McIntyre's head, if he feels like he all but had Randy beat, he knows that he could beat Cody. That this is his mentality heading into this match. Only the kicker of that is McIntyre has yet to defeat Cody. He has yet to defeat Cody Rhodes in singles competition in our universe mode, folks. Never been done. Never been done for McIntyre. They've only faced twice in universe mode. Cody coming up big on both ends. Cody looks to keep that streak alive here tonight, as well as keep his championship reign alive, considering the absolute hell, the absolute turmoil this man had to go through in the last 365 days just to get back to this moment. Gets to get back to being announced as the WWE Champion. The American Nightmare making his way down to the ring for his first championship defense in over a year. As we mentioned, folks, absolute turmoil this man had to go through in the last year and some days now to get that championship back. I mean, you want to talk about him finding himself in the deepest of darkest holes directly after losing that championship and losing the rematch to Randy Orton inside Hell in a Cell at an event that took place this literal month. Last year it was actually Clash at the Castle. This year it's Bash in Berlin. But Clash at the Castle last year, a year ago pretty much to the day, is when Cody Rhodes basically hit rock bottom. I mean, he lost the Hell in a Cell match to Randy Orton. He came up short. He looked good in that match. He looked like he honestly had the match won at some points, but Randy Orton just proving exactly, why there's a teacher and why there's a protege, even, 10, 15 years after. Of course, Cody Rhodes is no protege anymore, but in Randy's eyes, that's how he sees it. But Cody clearly proving him wrong in Detroit, finally defeating Randy Orton his third try. Anyways, where I'm getting at is, man, Cody went through absolute hell. He found himself fighting literal demons in the form of Karrion Kross for months. He found himself, basically giving up on his aspirations for a world championship on Monday Night Raw, winning in the Elimination Chamber to see who would face Gunther at WrestleMania, challenging for Gunther's World Heavyweight Championship, and coming up short there, too, this past year in Hollywood at WrestleMania. And even there, Cody Rhodes had a pretty good show, and he looked like he might have even had Gunther defeated at certain points in that match, as almost anybody in a Gunther match has looked in the past year and a half that Gunther has been the champion. And I mean, obviously we're looking a little bit towards the future when I ask, is Ilya Dragunov the man to finally put an end to Gunther's reign? You guys will have to stick around for part 3 to find that out. Right now, we're about to find out exactly what Cody Rhodes is made out of and exactly how much it means to him to retain this WWE Championship against a very intimidating, very dangerous competitor in Drew McIntyre. Let's get this one underway, folks. McIntyre, Rhodes, the WWE Championship on the line to end part 2. bell has rung. Charles Robinson, senior official, been the official all night. I mean, this man, I hope he's getting paid a hefty paycheck to have to endure the tag team match, the absolute like car crash of a tag team match in the best ways possible, and then the worst ways possible of the car crash of that no-holds-barred match between Ospreay and Kenny Omega. And now he's back here calling Cody and Drew McIntyre. As I said, somebody get this man paid quickly. As now Rhodes counters a maneuver. Oh, counters a maneuver from Drew McIntyre. Hits him with everything and the kitchen sink included. And now, wait a minute. Oh, Rhodes already House of Fire in this match with a clothesline bulldog combination. Rhodes looking to get to the pay window early. McIntyre kicks at one. And it's really going to be a clash of styles in a way here. I mean, McIntyre's a brute. Cody Rhodes, he's a bit of a wild card in that ring. I mean, he can do the high flying stuff. He can do the power spots. He can do all that. But McIntyre, he relies so much on his strength and his stature in his matches, and a lot of times it aids him in victory, and that's exactly what Cody's going to have to watch out for in this match. As now he drives a fist right to the face of McIntyre. Beautiful sleeper slam from Cody, and now McIntyre trying to take a breather on the outside. If I know Cody Rhodes, he's not going to allow that. And now hanging McIntyre out to dry is the American Nightmare. And now Rhodes, trying to fire up this crowd and get McIntyre back up on his feet. Went for a baseball slide. McIntyre caught the feet. Gets right back in the ring. Pointing at Cody Rhodes here as Rhodes is trying to grab a hold of McIntyre. And now look at this, Charles Robinson getting involved here. Watch out, Charles. Oh, my goodness. Off the ropes goes Cody with a springboard drop kick for the ages. And now back into that corner goes McIntyre. Rhodes is firing on all cylinders in the start of this WWE Championship match. American Nightmare, as I said, he does not want to fall short-handed here tonight and lose that WWE Championship, this first title defense. As a matter of fact, that would be exactly what happened to him last year. He defeated Roman Reigns at last year's WrestleMania. And his very first title defense, that would have been in Puerto Rico, a backlash of last year. He fell short against Bobby Lashley and lost the WWE Championship on his very first title defense. And now, wait a minute, Rhodes once again. Suicide dive wipes McIntyre out. McIntyre's going to want to get his head in the game here because Rhodes is ever since he won that WWE Championship back, there's been a different sense in Rhodes' ability in that ring. Oh, what the hell? You have got to be kidding me. A Cody Cutter on the floor. Man, this man's confidence is sky high tonight. No, but it might have just been absolutely extinguished at the hands of Drew McIntyre. McIntyre's going to want to break this count. He's not the world champion. What the hell are you doing, McIntyre? And now, wait a minute, Cody Rhodes grabs a hold of McIntyre. You have got to be kidding me. Oh, my God. McIntyre almost just threw his shot at this WWE Championship, perhaps the last one in a while, away by accepting a count-out victory. I don't even know if he was trying to maybe get in the head of Rhodes or what, but you can't play with your livelihood or the chance of being a WWE champion like that. As Cody made him pay for it dearly with a suplex to the outside. We said Cody could hit the power spots. That was one hell of a power spot, if you ask me. Now stomping the boot right to the face of McIntyre. Man, this is similar to Ospreay and Omega. I mean, this is Cody going up a lot in this match right now. I haven't seen a ton from McIntyre except for that Glasgow kiss headbutt on the floor. Speaking of which, a gut wrench beautifully executed by McIntyre, as now McIntyre looks to finally strive here in this match. Release suplex, just making Cody eat dirt there. And now, wait a minute. Drew McIntyre, bad intentions on the mind, but Rhodes with a crafty reversal. Rhodes with a crafty reversal out of the future shock. And now, wait a minute, Cody Rhodes went for the Cody cutter, but McIntyre wise to keep his back towards Cody Rhodes. That was excellent strategy by Drew McIntyre, might I add. And now Cody's trying to go top rope. Look at this, Cody Rhodes now. Big moonsault, half a moonsault at least. Knocks out Drew McIntyre, but McIntyre now has to power out. And now it's Cody Rhodes back into the equation. Knee right to the face. Goes for another cover. One. Only a 1 count again. McIntyre. Oh, you got to wake up, man. Cody Rhodes is in a different element as the WWE champion right now. He has finally closed that chapter that was Randy Orton in his story, and now he's moving on to bigger and better things, and he is looking the best he has in almost 2 years tonight. Going for another cover. McIntyre has to kick again. And all these kickouts, I mean, Cody knows what he's doing. He's no, like I said, he's no protege anymore. He's no 5-year in the game wrestler. This man has been all around the world. He knows exactly what he's doing by getting McIntyre to exude all this energy by kicking out of these somewhat subpar moves. I mean, Cody almost in the back of his mind knows it's not going to get the job done. Most of these moves won't. And now, you got to be kidding me. Rhodes has been feeling froggy tonight. He wants McIntyre back up on his feet once more. Rhodes went for a drop kick. No water in the pool. McIntyre sends him almost directly into the barricade, but here comes a flying Scottishman. Headbutt right to the face, and now McIntyre's not done there just yet. White noise to the outside. Of course, McIntyre adapting that from one of his best friends in this business, Sheamus. And believe me, that has brought him some success in the past. Will it bring him success here tonight in the form of the WWE Championship? Just drove that elbow directly into the spine of the champ. Cody now is clearly showing the signs, the wounds of war here as McIntyre tries to attack the abdomen area of Rhodes. And now Rhodes firing up here. Look at Rhodes coming back finally. McIntyre thought he had him flying right directly onto his skull on the outside. Now McIntyre meets him with a big boot. And that's the urgency that you're going to need if you want any success here tonight against Rhodes. As now McIntyre grabs a hold of Rhodes. Rhodes with a duck crossroads? No, just an inverted DDT. Got a little overzealous there, did I? I got a little too excited. Thought we were about to see a crossroads. I'm sorry. And now Rhodes once again picking McIntyre and putting him back into that turnbuckle. But McIntyre clearly having worse intentions on the mind. Cody Rhodes out of harm's way this time, though. And now, wait a minute, Rhodes. No, my goodness! From the top rope, a Cody cutter out of nowhere. 1, 2, got him. No, McIntyre gets the shoulder. What a WWE Championship match. What a showing for Cody Rhodes here tonight. Completely almost making Drew McIntyre an afterthought at this point. But McIntyre refuses to be just that. Claymore right to the face. Ball game right there with the Claymore. But Cody gets the shoulder now. Now it's Cody kicking out of a big move. McIntyre has to be incensed. And now, wait a minute, Rhodes just picked him off the top rope, off the ropes, I should say. And now Rhodes is trying to figure out his next move here. Wise strategy for Rhodes. Huge bulldog on the outside. A huge bulldog on the outside as McIntyre's head hit nothing but concrete there. And now McIntyre could be in a bad way at the hands of Cody Rhodes. And now, just right to the knee of McIntyre. Rhodes, as I said, has been firing on all cylinders all match long. And now what the hell does Rhodes have planned for McIntyre on that top rope? What are you doing, Cody? Going for a superplex, but he's going to hold him. A delayed superplex this late in the match, you absolute lunatic! Just making McIntyre think about it. He grabs a hold of that knee. I think Rhodes just saw that a mile away. Look at this. About to go a little nature boy on him with the figure 4 leg lock. The figure 4 leg lock is cinched in. McIntyre's going to have to dig deep now, the deepest he's dug in this match. He fights out of it. Fights out of Rhodes' attempt at a figure 4 leg lock. How apropos it would have been for Cody to win with a figure 4, considering the fact that you know, that's his dad, one of his dad's most famous rivals in Ric Flair. And now McIntyre trying to take cheap ways out of this match, trying to win with by any means necessary. And now, wait a minute, Cody was going for something there, but McIntyre ducked it. McIntyre ducked it and now trying to get a measure of offense in this match, but again, Rhodes goes to that ankle. Again, Rhodes goes to that ankle, and now it's the center of the ring. Now it's center of the ring locked in. It's center of the ring locked in for Cody. Center of the ring locked in, this time with the figure 4. McIntyre, is he going to submit here in this WWE Championship match? No, McIntyre again kicks right to the face. And now Cody Rhodes in a bad way from McIntyre. He hangs Rhodes out to dry. Hangs Rhodes out to dry. Wait, Rhodes with a roll-up. Trying to take a page out of Ospreay's book. Page out of Ospreay's book. McIntyre kicks. McIntyre kicks. And now McIntyre trying to get back up on his feet. Wait a minute. Rhodes out of nowhere with the crossroads. Crossroads connects. 1, 2, 3. Cody Rhodes in a very impressive showing for his first title defense here at Bash in Berlin. What a match for Cody Rhodes. McIntyre, I don't know what the hell he was on tonight, but he was definitely not on his A game. I'll give him credit where credit was due. He did, he attacked the head. He worked over, basically, tried to work over the head because he was setting up for that Claymore. He hit the Claymore as flush as it gets, and Cody said, all right, what next? Cody kicked out of the Claymore, hit the crossroads, worked over the ankle for the figure 4 leg lock, but was not enough to make McIntyre tap out. But McIntyre did not bring enough to take that WWE Championship off of Cody Rhodes. Ladies and gentlemen, stay tuned for one more episode of Bash in Berlin. You cannot miss it. Bianca Belair, Jade Cargill for the Women's World Championship. And then we're double heading with the World Heavyweight Championship. The Ring General, Gunther, versus the man that's cashing in his Money in the Bank briefcase for an opportunity at Gunther's World Championship. The Mad Dragon, Ilya Dragunov. Don't miss it.